congestion pricing in New York City, right?
New York City getting crazy.
So New York City, they just implemented a charge, like pretty much when you drive into Lower Manhattan, Midtown, Lower Manhattan, you're gonna have to pay a price. Even traditionally, it's like when you go on a bridge, you pay a price, right? But this is inter island. Anybody that's traveling into Manhattan, pretty much midday. Well, I think peak hours is $9. For trucks, peak hours is $14. For motorcycles, peak hours is $4.50. And for taxis and rideshare services is around $1.50 to 75 cents.
That's crazy.
They're gonna be making $1 to $1.5 billion a year from the city. And in the extreme case, because most people don't drive into the city every day, but let's say you did. I mean,
that's taxing. Just from Jersey into Manhattan,
hundreds of dollars a month, dollars a month, right? Yeah, it's a whole congestion map. They got once you pass 60th Street, you're gonna have to pay. Crazy. So here's the thing, and as a New Yorker, I can appreciate them trying to do something about traffic, because it is terrible, especially during the daytime. I mean, it's kind of ridiculous. You can't park anywhere. You drive into the city, to drive back, it takes forever. It's just frustrating.
2 miles of 35 minutes in the car.
For sure. But and they said that this money is supposed to be going to Department of Education. It's supposed to be going to social services, hospitals, infrastructure projects, transportation. It's a whole list of things. But something like MTA, right? New York City has it's probably like the capital of capitalism when it comes to the world, right?
For sure.
It has the most billionaires. And New York City has the most billionaires per capita than any other city in the world, right?
Yeah.
And it's the home of subways and buses, and it probably has one of the worst subway systems for any advanced country in the world. And it hasn't been redone or refurbished in 100 years. So you go in the summertime and it's extremely hot. You go in the winter and it's cold. And there's a million people and it's dirty and there's rats and
violence.
You name it. So where's the money going? That's my only thing. I'm not mad at politicians trying to change situations, make it less people driving, make it, I'm not mad at that. But where's the money going? Because there seems to be no improvements from a public transportation standpoint in the last 100 years.
Yeah. That's above my pay grade. I like living, so I won't have any aspersions about where the capital could be going. But it going to what is it? Roads and bridges and tunnels and hospitals and after school programs. Cap, maybe a percentage of it will, but it speaks to the decay and decline of America. You posted about it over the holidays, but even the deal that Mayor Daley took to sell the toll roads in Chicago into that one of the worst deals.
Oh, the parking meters.
Yeah, parking meters. One of the worst deals I've ever, and I know that the city needed money, but even back then, the citizens of Chicago and Northwest Indiana was like, why the hell are you doing this? This makes no sense. I don't know if there was incentives or inducements to make them do so, but here we are. I get trying to control the traffic, but I don't know, what it may curb it 5% or 10%. That's not the solution. And then how long would they have to shut the subway down to refurbish it or completely renovate? It's hard to get most cities to complete highway projects on time. So I don't know if that will ever happen, but follow the money trail. That's what I will say. In every incident when things are going on, follow the money trail. Or maybe they can go get that guy's granddaughter from the CA and he can like project into the future where the money's going. Because I don't think we'll get ever any accurate accounting about where that capital is going. But it speaks to the decaying of America and our inability to fix our cities as quickly as we need to. Even I talked to randomly a bridge inspector over the holidays, and he was like, the number of bridges that are past the point of repair, that we're going to see, God forbid, I hope we don't, but we may see some collapses of like infrastructure and bridges because they have not been repaired in 30 or 40 years.
America's
in major cities.
Terrible. That's one thing that the Biden passed, the infrastructure bill, which they probably won't see the effects of that until
after. Yep.
But America's infrastructure is terrible.
Terrible. Compared to other countries, horrible.